This is a story directly related to your reporting. Man who allegedly sent death threats to Patrick Brown and his family has been arrested.
Yep.
Peel police have arrested a man who allegedly made a death threat against Brampton Mayor Patrick Brown and his family last month. Police said, oh my gosh, 29-year-old Kanwarjyot Singh Manoria was taken into custody Tuesday and charged with uttering threats to cause death or bodily harm. It was based on a threat that was made via email to the mayor's office that also mentioned Brown's wife and son. Brown said the suspect allegedly used a server based in Sweden to mask his IP address. Brown said the subject allegedly claimed to be a professional overseas criminal who told him to leave his position in Brampton or he, his wife, and his son would be killed. I'm glad they caught this guy.
Oh, I am too, Sheila. But here's the question. How serious were these threats? I guess the investigation is still on. Was this somebody ranting after a drunken bender, or did he have actual tangible plans to go to Mayor Brown's house in Brampton and carry out this atrocity? And as much as we disagree with Patrick Brown, we never want harm to come to anyone. You know, Brown is a father, Brown is a husband, he's a human being. But that's what I say. I also say this, it's the double standard, Sheila. If you or I, and we know this from battered women who go to the police and say, I am terrified of my life, I am being beaten, my ex is hunting for me. The police are going to say, well, you know what? We'll give him a phone call. We'll give him a warning. You think you're going to get around the clock protection? And the final thing is, in Brampton of all places, the GT is having a record crime wave. I think it is the worst it's ever been in Brampton. You've got carjackings. You have people being shot at with handguns in broad daylight. And suddenly there's police resources available for Brown to have this around the clock protection. And like I said, if this was a valid threat, and we don't know it is, well, maybe he needs protection. Maybe he needs to go to a safe place, undisclosed. But it's the double standard, one law for me, one law for thee. And we saw that in Brampton with Brown going back to COVID when he locked down all the parks and rec facilities. Oh, but not the hockey rink at Earnscliffe Arena. Him and his Barrie buddies played hockey weekly there. The law and the COVID craziness clearly did not apply to sneaky Patrick Brown.
Yeah, just out of the corner of my eye as I watched the news from the greater GTA area. Woman dead after stabbing in North York. Man in his 20s dead after shooting in Yorkdale Mall parking lot.
Yep.
Police raid home as hunt for 17-year-old Hamilton shooting suspect continues. Like, it's just page after page after page of bad news, bad crime news out of Toronto. And yeah, I think, yes, if Patrick Brown needed protection, this guy obviously went out of his way to mask his identity, meaning he had some sort of malice and forethought with what he was doing. It's not like he didn't know what was wrong. If he needed protection, yes, that's great. But if you're anybody else, the police say, we'll get a restraining order. Thanks. This piece of paper is going to keep the crazy person away. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and
that's my problem.
That very brief clip that we saw, here's some more of it. This is where we followed Patrick Brown, I think, what would it have been, 2023 maybe, Sheila, when he had the secret campaign headquarters, not in Brampton, but in Vaughan, staffed by City of Brampton employees. And he fled. That's always a good look, isn't it? And where did he flee to? 22 Division at Peel Regional Police in Brampton, where, lo and behold, by coincidence, they had just set up a spot check in the police parking lot. And here's the sergeant telling me how I came in a little hot there, and you went through a spot check. You know, lo and behold, a spot check for only two people, me and cameraman Lincoln J.
Yeah. Must be nice to be Patrick Brown, hey?
Oh, yeah.
Running his little own oligarchy there.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget, it was Patrick Brown who was instrumental in having the chief of the Peel Regional Police appointed. So I guess, what was it Carl Malden used to say on those American Express ads, Sheila? Membership has its privileges.
Yeah, sure does. But the rest of us, we have to deal with Carney's revolving door justice system, should I say legal system, because there's really no justice in it. We've got a video from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre remarking that Liberal MP Ikra Khalid says laws cracking down on easy bail won't fix the violent crime crisis. She's one of the dumbest people to ever occupy a chair in the House of Commons. And that's saying something. I'm lumping Evan Solomon into that mix. So let's listen to
That's harsh.
Brainiac here.
And I know that a lot of the country is talking about bail reforms as the end-all fix-all, but ultimately, laws and writing laws do not just fix a problem with the flip of a switch. And I know that a lot of the country...
Okay, so that's what she said. Do we have the Poilievre clip? Yeah, she's saying it won't fix anything. Well, it might help stop the guys who are committing crime while out on bail. Yeah, so this is the Poilievre response. He says, Liberal MP Ikra Khalid says laws cracking down on easy bail won't fix the violent crime crisis. Tell that to the victims of repeat offenders who were let loose on bail because Liberal laws made bail easier to get. Common sense, jail for repeat offenders to protect our people and deliver safe streets. Every day, it seems like we're hearing another story about somebody else who's out on bail, killing, harming, maiming another person. Every single day. And it is directly tied to the Liberals' bail reform stuff. And they made bail for, and sentences actually, for certain crimes. A lot of those crimes are gang related, easier to get. So they removed the mandatory minimum sentences on a bunch of violent crimes, also because of systemic racism. Well, then that puts those people systemically back into the low income and often racialized, use the language of the left, neighborhoods where they've been committing their crimes. It actually has the people who live in these lower income racialized communities victimized now by the bad guys, but also by the state who let the bad guys back out.
Oh, 100%. And Sheila, if it's black on black violence, brown on brown violence, however you want to frame it, how does race enter the question then? How is this a matter?
A crime is a crime.
Yeah. It's outrageous. Sheila, her logic is, well, it doesn't exist. I was going to call it perverse, but there is no logic. Think about it. If that gangbanger who offended again, attempted murder, outright murder while on bail, if he was not on bail, he would be behind bars. He physically would not be able to carry out another crime. So what the hell is she talking about?
I said she's one of the dumbest people in the House of Commons. If you ever watch her at committee, it's like your soul leaves your body just to protect your consciousness from contamination from listening to her. You're just dumber for having listened to her. There's no possible way that her statement makes any sense.
No.
It won't help to keep the bad guys in jail. Like if you weed out all the jargon, what she's saying is keeping the bad guys that we know are bad in jail won't make you safer. Then why have any jails? Why have any prisons?
And on the flip side, if we have a capacity problem, Sheila, as much as I want tax cuts, if you're going to raise my taxes to make new super jails for all the bad guys and all the trash out there that cannot be reformed, regardless whether they've been given so many chances, sign me up. I want to remove that element, period.